and Unity. Actually, I put coffee and unit. Never mind. Okay. Welcome to Unity of Billings. We're doing a live stream today with Reverend Edee Weigel in the comfort of our own warm homes. And we don't have to get outside and try to navigate these this amazing moisture that we're receiving. And we're very grateful that we have this technology. And our Sunday services are being live streamed. Thank you for helping to support our Unity ministry, and thank you for donating at PayPal or at our website. Thank you so much. Our announcements are coming up February 15th. That is coming right up, like next Saturday. Is that right?
Yes.
Step into your magic vendor fair from 10 to 5. We look forward to seeing you all there. That is one of our major fundraisers. Marcia does an excellent job of bringing all of these wonderful vendors, and if you haven't attended, please come. It's super fun and magical. It's wonderful. We have yoga with Tony Thursdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. $12 donation. That part of it goes to Unity of Billings. Tony has been donating all of it to Unity. So we're so grateful to have that income. March 16th is our St. Patrick's Day Luncheon fundraiser. More info to come on that. That's going to be super delicious. And our meditation room is available 9:30 a.m. Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and evenings from 7 to 8 p.m. on Thursdays.
Linda,
Yes.
that's actually, it's 9:30 a.m. on Sundays, and then Monday and Tuesday evenings from 7 to 8.
Monday and Tuesday evenings, right, from 7 to 8 p.m. And then Thursdays on our yoga night from 5:30 until 7. So, if you need the meditation room, or if you want, that's a wonderful room, and the energy in there is fantastic. So, moving right along. Okay, here's more information for our Step Into Your Magic vendor fair. And if you don't have a Valentine's gift yet, it's waiting for you right there. Of course, that's the day after Valentine's Day. But anyway, you could treat yourself. That could be your Valentine's gift. It's a wonderful event. Today, Reverend Edee Weigel is going to speak to us on love, which is the perfect subject. We love this moisture that is going to keep our environment here in Montana safe and dry and wet this summer. Yeah. February 16th will be Reverend Marcia Reichert, and she is going to speak to us of showing up in love. And February 23rd, Reverend Edee Weigel, her message will be releasing stuck energy. And that's a really good one. That's a good one. So all of these are wonderful, and we are so grateful to have our speakers. And here she is, Reverend Edee Weigel. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm enjoying the snow, although I've been snowed in a lot lately. I said, what a wonderful blessing it is that we have Zoom. What a world, like our Dick Tracy watches that we saw in cartoons when we were kids. I've been snowed in twice in like 3 days. And a neighbor I don't even know came over and plowed me out yesterday, and I saw him going down the road and plowing out all the neighbors. So we really appreciate that man, whoever he was. But today is 1 month until daylight savings time. Did you? That's amazing, isn't it? And very soon after that will come spring. We have almost made it through the winter. So today I'll be talking about love, and since Valentine's Day is on Friday, I was looking at all the aspects of love. I've kind of been writing this talk for a couple of weeks, formulating ideas, but first thing I did was dig into what Charles Fillmore had to say about love I hope I'm talking loud enough. Am I talking loud enough? Yes?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I wanted to see what Charles Fillmore said about love because the Fillmores are the founders of the Unity Church. And I always like to go back to the founders and the roots of our spiritual strength here as a group. And I was kind of surprised what he had to say. First of all, he wrote on the subject of love, he talked about starting off what blocks love, what stops love from coming into your life. And I never even thought of it that way. But he says, we all want to love and be loved, but what stops love from coming into our lives and into our hearts? He says, well, resentment, fear, ill will, apathy, prejudice. Did I leave anything out? All block love from being in our lives. I was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. But even being critical or gossiping or in contention with anyone will block pure love. And pure love is like pure spiritual love of God and then for our fellow man. So we must mentally forgive and send out thoughts and vibrations of love to everyone. Charles wrote, see all things and all persons as they really are. They are pure spirit. So send them your strongest thoughts of love. Okay? So when we forgive and when we love, we invite love into our lives. Our minds and hearts can be filled with love. And this is important because this kind of love is the healing vibration we must maintain if we wish to live a healthy and joyous life. I thought, wow, Charles. Charles wrote, be patient, loving, and kind under all circumstances. He advises us to sit for a half hour every evening, quietly, and silently, mentally forgive and connect with anyone who has offended you, anyone that you have negative feelings about. Sit quietly and silently forgive any and all persons or even animals. I put that in there. With a radiant vibration of peace and love. So silently forgive any and all with a radiant vibration of peace and love. But as you maintain the desire to forgive, you will be assisted by Spirit. You will be assisted by God. Whenever you're feeling forgiveness, you're really, truly in touch with the divine. You're assisted by Spirit, and you will grow and maintain this healing energy, which will then draw love into your life, holding you in love and protecting you and healing you. Holding a loving vibration in your mental state of mind will attract every good thing, even the ability to manifest miracles. So as I was writing this, I'm like, I really truly believe in what the founders saw, like Ernest Holmes and the Fillmores, Mary Baker Eddy. You know, they all discovered something pretty marvelous in the 1800s, and they definitely wanted to write it down so that we would know this. So when you're holding a loving vibration, you're actually creating the ability to manifest miracles. Just the other day, I heard a very strange creaking noise in my house. And I had noticed it. It was like ticking like a clock, and I didn't think too much of it. But then, through all the storms and everything I've been out here, I heard this tremendous clunk or a crash. And I thought, what the heck did those cats do? So we're talking about manifesting a miracle. I went downstairs, and the whole west wall of my basement had cracked, and the window seal was compromised, and I had 24 below zero wind pouring into my basement. Cowgirl that I am, I grabbed a roll of duct tape and I covered up every single crack I could find. I was only mildly terrified, but I kept affirming, all is well, Thank you, God, for the perfect solution. So anytime you're challenged and you start feeling that dreadful anxiety, I mean, immediately, thank you, God, for the answer to my problem. As I pondered what to do next, I suddenly remembered the fella that had fixed my basement about 12 years ago, maybe 13 years ago. So I looked up Good Earth Construction and I called him. I says, do you remember Edie that lives by the elevator? I'm having a problem with my basement. And I kind of had a full boohoo moment there because I was kind of terrified. He said, I will be right out. So he came and looked at it. He said, no problem. I can get this fixed immediately. And then I was waiting. I was on Facebook a little bit. My memories came up. And that very man had been working on my basement the very same day in 2012. And I flipped on the TV on my cowboy channel, and there was a cowboy preacher, and he was saying, if your foundation is crumbling, you need more God. So I laugh. I have my little God winks here. So basement's fixed. My house is warm. I have no problem. And as he left, he told me, if you ever have any problems with anything out here, you just call me and I'll be right in to help you. So an angel helped me fix my little house. It's as old as I am. So here we are again, Charles wrote. There is an immutable law of healing, persons, places, or things with the vibration of love. God is love, and love is manifested as life. God is manifested in and through all of his creations. Omnipresent Spirit seeks to ever flow into us. Omnipresent Spirit wants to flow into us as God's love. And we don't want to block it by thinking negative thoughts. That's the true meaning of metaphysics. When we're always in love, we're in a pure vibration. We must acknowledge this all-powerful presence of God as the moving factor in our life, because each of us has inherent free will. Each of us has inherent free will, which welcomes or rejects all, even God. We have to always be sure that the channel is open. We have the Zoom connection to God. God is love, and we must ask for it always. Always thank God for love, thank God for healing, but always acknowledge God's spirit of love. Yes, self-love is the trickiest one of all. Have you stood in front of the mirror lately, ever? I know I gave some homework a few months or weeks ago. I said, go to the mirror and pull your mouth up, because when you do it, it automatically flips the switch in your brain and starts the flow coming in to heal you and fill your life with blessings. Yogananda always told his students, go to the mirror and smile. And if you can't smile, you just take your fingers and pull your mouth up, and it makes you laugh. But self-love means that you'll do anything to protect and nurture yourself and hold that holy vibration of love. That's the true meaning of self-love. You learn how important it is to let the flow of positive flow into you at all times. The love you create will empower you to create a spirit-based life. God is love, and invite God's love into your life, your heart, your affairs, your words, your actions, your thoughts, and your dreams. And you will feel the empowerment of unlimited power flowing into you and through you and out into the world. Just lately, I've enjoyed listening to, and I'm going to try to say his name here, Thich Nhat Hanh, a Buddhist Zen monk. And I'm not sure if he's still in this world, but I really enjoyed listening to his audiobooks. Boy, he just nails it. He says, speaking on relationships and love, it's easier to be a Zen Buddhist monk than it is to maintain balance in a personal relationship. I hope that makes you smile. It made me laugh. It's easier to be a monk than it is to have a relationship. He also said when he started coming to America or having Americans visit him, they all wanted to give him a hug. And he says in his culture that wasn't really what he was raised with, but that he said, well, I want to learn how to interact with all these different kinds of people, so I'm going to learn how to hug. So he invented a thing called a hugging meditation, where you meditate and you visualize hugging or having your loved one hug you. And I thought, isn't that charming? I love that idea since I live alone. So now we're starting to talk about love, loving connection, and love with partners. And I have a religious science treatment, which is a prayer treatment. It's a metaphysical treatment. And I think I read it last year, but it just is so fabulous. I wanted to read it to you. It's called Companionship. And this is from some of the Ernest Holmes ideology. Companionship. In the mind of God, there exists the perfect relationship for me. Infinite mind knows who and where that person is and how to bring us together. No matter where we are, Spirit's activity of attraction draws us together harmoniously, gently, lovingly, and understandingly. Spirit is working through us to bring us together right now. The power of attraction and working through divine intention for our highest and greatest good is taking place constantly, especially when we remember to thank it. Thank you, God. My good is flowing to me constantly. All our friends, contacts, and channels work together for our mutual joyous demonstration. Love attracts only love to itself. Blending and being at one with our happy self, we're actually able to attract this from others. Life attracts only life. Nothing and no one can keep us from meeting. You could just run down to the store for some milk and run into someone. Life blends and attracts what we put out. What's in our heart, we will attract. We consciously unify with divine understanding and wisdom itself. And we trust that all of Spirit's power is working to bring this decree into manifestation. So you have to feel it and know it, and you attract it. This very hour of fulfillment, God is governing. Love inspires and Spirit establish it in our experience now. Divine grace does its perfect work. Our desire is holy, blessed, sincere, and honest. Divine wisdom banishes every obstacle and every objection. And I think this is from 1998, right about the time I met Mr. Ernie. God bless dear Ernie. I found a picture of him and I getting married on the stage at Unity there with Fran, was the minister that married us. So as we acknowledge self-love, we also develop the capacity to attract pure love into our lives. And love has so many forms, but most important is that self-love. It's like sometimes I used to say, be the person you'd like to meet. You know, if you're really looking for a relationship, I really enjoy maintaining a relationship with my own self. And thank God for you guys. I just love being able to express this. We love ourselves and we nurture ourselves. And I'm reading more about love connections. I was doing some research. And I'm working with Dr. Laura Conover here. She's one of the main proponents of grounding. She is one of the grounding movie. So I did do some grounding a week ago, Saturday the 1st, because it was 51 degrees. So I did sit outside with my feet in the sunshine, but not lately. Anyway, Dr. Laura Conover, she combines intuition with modern medicine to heal the dynamics behind disease. So she's metaphysician and a real physician as well. So we are healing the dynamics behind disease, healing dynamics behind disease. So she talks about grounding as well as her latest about love and connection with others, our friends and family, and even our pets. Healthy relationships improve our health. All of us. It's a two-way street, even our pets. And we do learn a lot more about unconditional love. Pure love is unconditional. We give it out without any expectation of return. So you can close your eyes for just a moment and feel this feeling. How do you feel when you know someone you love is on their way over to see you at your house? Or maybe you're waiting for a phone call. How does that expectation feel? Just close your eyes for a moment, take a big deep breath. Someone you love is coming over to visit you, or a phone call. And breathe and just relax into that feeling for a moment. Someone you love, something you love, or a beloved pet. And feel that connection of love, how it reaches out and connects with your heart. Breathe love into your heart. And you can open your eyes and smile. Dr. Laura says, being healthy and loving, our energy fields can connect with each other. Our brains and our hearts emit measurable electromagnetic fields. And I know I've spoken on this before. And it's a beautiful thing with our hearts connect with love. We may have known that our minds and hearts' energy fields extend from our bodies, and that we do connect with other living beings' energy fields as well. Human, nature, animals all have energy fields that we love and we connect with. But did you know what energy field, electromagnetic field, is the biggest and strongest and the most powerful? And I think you may remember I talked about this before. It's not the brain, it's the heart. The heart, in love, has the greatest energy field of our physical selves. But best of all, they can overlap. When your mind and your heart are as one, they become even more powerful. I kind of let my heart run my life. It's a better way. When we are balanced, our energy fields overlap and join together, and they're able to connect and attune to others and to perceive when we are resonating with them. We can feel when someone's on their way to us, our hearts are connecting in advance. We just release everything and we claim balanced, peaceful energy in our own personal energy fields. And this helps us to connect more fully with others. It is our birthright to seek positive connections, and we can feel our hearts swell with positive emotions. We can feel that heart vibration reach past our chest, past our body, and out into the space around us, and into the people around us too. And hopefully, we can reach out into the world. The world needs a lot of healing right now, and love is the healer. It feels so good, just feeling that love reaching out. And it's what heals us. When you're in a vibration of love, every cell in your body is healing. It's our choice how we want to feel. I want to choose to feel love and be healed. Even a pet's energy field and the natural grounding energy of the earth can connect with us and heal us. It's connecting, it's resonating, and it's healing. Sharing more of Dr. Laura Conover's writing on love and connection as a boost to our health, one idea I have been exposed to is that being proactive about our connections to others actually has health benefits in advance. Looking forward to the connection reaches out and makes the healthy connection energetically instantly. The minute you think of someone you love, you're actually connecting with them in the energy field instantly. Not only do we receive healing energies during our social interactions, we receive them even in advance. That's kind of neat. Upcoming. As we look forward to being with someone we love, someone can be a person or an animal or a place, like looking forward to going to the mountains when the weather gets better. I know how much I look forward to coming into town, and I haven't been able to get anywhere lately. I haven't even left my driveway. I know how much I look forward to coming to Unity. And this Zoom is pretty good. I'm pretty enjoying being able to be in touch with you all. Also, I'm looking forward to coming to yoga when the weather gets better. But looking forward to these outings gives you the same emotional and physical mental benefits as actually being there. Being snowed in a few times has really taught me more about how much I love living in Montana, because just the bare necessities, that's all that matter. Me and the animals are fine. But I get something fun to do, like tearing my house apart, cleaning, fixing things. So the company I had lately was the man working on the basement for a few days, making lots of noise. But another fun thing to do, and this is what happens a lot out here, is a little engagement called heart spotting. And this is when you find things that look like hearts. You know, a piece of snow or a cloud, or even a leaf comes fluttering out of the tree, and it's shaped in a heart. And this is a direct message from Spirit. It's that little, what do they do, the little fingers like this? Direct message from Spirit. I can make my fingers bend like that. You find a rock, even a hunk of mud on the side of my truck in a perfect shape of a heart. It never ends. And since we all like to take pictures, a lot of my friends and I, we take pictures of hearts and send them to each other. Look what I found. It's cute. But heart spotting is a fun thing to do, because everywhere you go, eventually you'll start noticing more hearts. And it kind of is a little cue to yourself that you're in spirit and that you're truly resonating with God's healing energy. Anytime that you're out walking and you see that heart, it's like your loved one's walking with you. Consider the power of perfect love that can reach out beyond this world to your loved ones, maybe that have passed away. We consider the power of perfect love that allows the universe to do its best work. When you're in the flow and saying yes to God, sometimes I just wake up in the morning and say yes. I don't know what the question was, but I'm saying yes, I'll do it. Whatever you want me to do, Lord. It allows the universe to do its best work for us, in us, as us, and through us. Can you imagine having the whole power of the universe flowing through you? That's the power of love. Love works through us to help others. And whenever we see the news or hear of a person in need, we can pray for them and enfold them with love. I have to admit, I'd had quite a challenge watching the fires in Los Angeles, because this is where I used to be, like with my mom and everything I knew growing up. And I was praying for the people. In the middle of that fire was the SRF Yogananda's little church, the Lake Shrine, and it did not burn. They consider it to be a holy miracle. The fire went around it. So God bless them all. They opened up their church to serve the community. If anyone needs anything, their doors are open. Love will make you feel expansive and free. But praying for others is a way to express God's love. And self-love requires that we release any resentments or envy. So we're looking back at what Charles Fillmore wrote and what his advice to us. First, we have to look at any faults of character that we may be even hiding from ourselves. Yeah, it happens. Self-love requires that we release any resentments or envy and love ourselves truly. Love ourselves as the miracle God created you to be. Allow love to heal you. When you ask for Spirit's help in getting rid of any kind of resentments or ill feelings for others. They said, Spirit will help you. I like it that Charles wrote it like that. So I want to review one more time what Charles Fillmore wrote about what blocks love. He says, work on letting go of blocks and resentments, or fear, ill will, or apathy or prejudice. All of these block the highest healing energetic vibrations of love. And it's a good idea to write in your journal. You know, you can make a list of people you love, and then you can make I made a list of people that I want to work on having more love and acceptance for. You know, we all have our likes and our dislikes, but when you can kind of let spirit flow through you and just say, Dear Lord, take the wheel, you know, guide my life, teach me how to be. I really like that monk, the little Thich Nhat Hanh fella. I thought, I just love him. I love listening to his little books on tape, audio. It's so liberating to hear what a Buddhist monk would say about love and relationships between people. Nothing can block this healing energy from you when you truly give yourself over to God. You just release it all to pure love and pure spirit. And why not surround yourself with the highest and finest energetic field of the universe? When you're walking in love and this universe is flowing through you, you're unlimited. You know, at night sometimes I love to go out and look up at the stars because I've got dark skies out here. And anytime you feel like you want to connect with a loved one, maybe that's passed away, you can even go outside and look up at the stars. You can feel that energetic flow from the universe. I wanted to read a little bit more from Julia Cameron. Julia Cameron has a book called Heart Steps, and she wrote Ernest Holmes' religious science style affirmations and treatments here. And she wrote an affirmation treatment called I Draw to Me True Love. A treatment is actually a prayer written on paper in the affirmative, writing out what you desire. So we're doing a positive treatment. You take your little journal and then you take a whole page and you write, I accept love. I accept willingness to let go of any defects of character that blocks love. And she wrote here, I draw to me true love. I draw to myself my right partner, the soul whose love serves my soul's highest potential, the soul whom my soul enhances to their highest potential. I draw this partner to me freely and lovingly as I am drawn to this partner. I choose and I am chosen out of pure love, pure respect, and pure liberty. I attract one who attracts me equally. I seek and I am found, and we are a match made in heaven to better this earth. I love that. Good old Julia, man, she's fantastic. And here's a little treatment by Ernest Holmes. Today, I do affirm that I am divinely guided. There is that within which knows what to do and how to do it, and it compels me to act on what it knows. Another little treatment about love from Julia Cameron. I love and am loved fully and freely. My desire to love and be loved is a healthy part of my human nature. Giving and receiving love are as natural as breathing out and breathing in. I breathe in the love I need from the source, which is within me and all around me. I breathe out the love to others in need. I give freely to others who need love. I am nurtured both by giving and by receiving. And I freely allow others to love me, and I freely love others. You know, Julia Cameron, she talks about her life was going, her foundation was crumbling. That's a good one. And someone handed her a little book of Ernest Holmes' prayers. And Ernest Holmes was right on the same ideology as the Fillmores, where our mind creates our world. Saying positive affirmations helps steer us into the flow of God's universal love. There's nothing that can block us or impede us in any way when we're staying in that flow of love. And I'm so glad my mother raised me that even when I was really, I have to admit, I had a little bit of a moment there when I saw my foundation and I felt the ice cold air pouring in. I mean, I just started all of a sudden thinking, okay, got to just switch right over to affirming God is love, God knows what to do, I'm divinely guided, and I'm expecting a miracle. And within 24 hours, my heater wasn't working too hard because I was a little bit scared to have the heater up, but I didn't want to freeze my pipes either. So God helps us in every need. So I'm looking to see what time it is. I'm a little bit early. I may look to see a few other ideas from Julia Cameron here to share. And I just opened at random, and what does she have to say? She says, my heart knows its partner. Okay, we read this to you here. We recognize the divine presence everywhere, and then we know that it responds to us, and that is the law of good, a law of love, and forever giving of itself to us. I open my heart to receiving the love of my true and intended partner. I open my heart to giving love to my true and intended mate. I open to divine guidance regarding our right relationship. I trust completely that I will recognize and be recognized by the soul for whom I am a perfect match. I need no artifice, no ploys, and no strategies. My true nature is loving, and that is all that is required by this love. So as we're giving love out, we also are receiving love in return. I know we didn't do a meditation today. I think maybe we could just think about taking a few moments here. We could close our eyes and take a few deep breaths. Maybe put your hand over your heart. And you're thinking to yourself about all these different ideas today, is that when we truly empty our heart of any resentments, any ill will, we truly are allowing the pure love of God to flow into us, which is really the healing vibration for ourselves and for our family and friends, even our pets. But as Charles said, we do not want to block any of this positive flow by negative thoughts or negative feelings. So one of the greatest ideas of unity and also religious science and Yogananda's teaching, Zen Buddhist, love is the healer. The more we concentrate on love, absolutely, the better our lives will be. It's like a light comes on in your heart and people look at your face and they can see it. They know you've got something special to share. I love going to the store by myself and I walk around and catch people's eyes and just give them that smile. And I end up a lot of connections just there. So it's the connection of love and spirit in our hearts that gives us so much deep joy and strength. Having that mental strength to overcome any obstacle, even things that are frightening. Our hearts are channels for divine love. So as long as it's like today, we're all connected on Zoom, but if you think about it, millions and millions and millions of people, we're all connected because we're all the heart of God. We're all the heart of God, God's perfect spirit, God's perfect energy. Anytime you need to, you can take that big deep breath, breathe it in. God is love, and I am love. Thinking about our 5 unity principles. God is love, and I am love. And let everything you do be done with love. and surely it shall prosper. I can hear my mother saying this. Everything you do. Our hearts are channels for divine love. And again, I'm saying, we open our hearts to love and we'll see everything different. Maybe that leaf will flutter off a tree left over from last fall and be right in the shape of a heart. And you can feel your loved ones reaching out to you, touching your lives. Our love needs to be constant and flexible. We can't have any preconceived notions about love. Love will sneak up on you at the most amazing times. We have power in our lives to keep expanding. We have the power in our lives to expand. Even more love and more grace can flow into our lives and into the lives of our family and our friends and even our pets. I remember going to Yogananda's church and he would say, God loves us like how we love our little kitty cat. It was kind of a cute thing, made everybody laugh, but we're all God's children. God's divine love is always there for us. It's just like turning a switch. We just have to remember. I think we would say something like, wake up and realize how loved you are already. You're already loved. And in healing yourself, you're already healed. Everything is as you choose to see it. And I love that little Buddhist monk, the Thich Nhat Hanh. I figured out how to say his name. Hopefully I've got it right. I think I'm going to look at him a little more often. He's humorous, but he actually speaks full divine truth. So we open ourselves up to a new life. Here we are, the summer of 2025, and we're going to have a great spring and summer, and we're going to have lots of fun. I'm looking forward to joining you all in the flesh, not just on the Zoom, as soon as I can get the roads cleared out, which I'm sure in the next few months we'll probably be thinking it's too hot. As you're living in this vibration of love, just remember that it's a garden of beautiful creative ideas. You know, even being snowed in, and some of us have been at home a lot because we don't want to go out. Get that journal and make lists of things you'd like to learn to do, things you'd like to take care of. You know, I made a list of all the things I'd like to buy, save money for. I like making a list of things I want to do this summer, including taking some of my art to some art shows. So we're all just creating every moment of our lives we create. So in closing today, I want to do a little bit of a healing meditation just for a few more moments. We close our eyes, take those deep healing breaths, and wherever we are with our coffee and our pajamas and the deep snow outside, we feel these arms of God's love around us. God's protecting us and healing us, as well as taking care of Mother Nature. All the beautiful plants and animals, they really needed this snow. So we stay home, stay cozy, and the sun is coming out right now, so that's kind of great. I see the sun coming through the windows. So I'm going to bless you all. And I'm looking here and I see a little note that Ernie left me. It says, on the path or in the poop. It's on the back of a treatment card I have. I'm going to read you guys one more treatment about. It says here, as we move through our days, we can either react from past conditioning or pause and affirm our higher selves. We can allow and invoke the power of the universe to flow through us in any given moment on any given day. The choice is to be kind. We have to choose to be kind, and to do otherwise blocks the flow. A teacher must be open. You can either be in the flow or be in your head. And a teacher is always learning. You know, the best thing about doing these talks is it gets to reaffirm to me every single thing that I love, that I've been exposed to my entire life. and I just turned 70. We had the party on February 1st because that was a sunny, warm day. And February 2nd is when the big snow came. And only 2 friends came to my little birthday party because it was impromptu and last moment. So I had 2 friends drive from far away that have never met each other. And they brought the identical gift. They each brought me a gift, and they each brought me an identical turquoise envelope with the birthday card in it. And when they came in, it was all, the girls scream and hug thing. They've each brought me a potted, blooming primrose and a birthday card in a turquoise envelope. Definitely a God wink. So it was a very cute little party. We just sat around with our feet in the dirt and ate some snacks, and the man was working on the house making a lot of noise. So anyway, so that was my silly little 70th. They even brought me a little cake with a 7 and a 0 on it. But I swear I do not feel 70. I feel like I'm 35. So in closing today, I just want to thank you all again for the privilege of being a speaker for you at your beautiful church. I love coming into Unity, and I love being a member there. And I will do everything in my heart to support this healing vibration that we all are holding together, because as a group, we've got collective consciousness and the power of God flowing through us as love. So we bless you all. Have a fabulous day. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Namaste. Namaste. Much love.
Thank you, Edie. Appreciate you
you.
so much.
Yes, thank you.
There's Linda.
Awesome. This was absolutely. Thank you so much. I took 3 pages of notes.
Oh, cool. I can always give you my notes. I don't know. Can you guys see what this is?
Yeah,
See, it's
picture of you and
It's
Ernie.
It's Fran
it's
doing our wedding. Yeah, it's Fran doing our wedding on June 16th of the year 2000.
That's awesome.
I found it in my stuff when I was digging for notes. So, well, when the weather gets better, you're all sure invited to come out, pet the ponies.
All right.
So,
Fantastic. Thank you.
are we offline now, or are we
Nope,
still
you're
online?
still online.
Okay.
Jessica, are you out walking?
What's that?
Look, Jessica's outside.
Oh, cool. I don't see her.
Oh, to the zoo so we could see like what animals.
Oh, that's so fun. Look at that. Ooh.
Like the wolves a little bit ago were like, I've never seen the wolves, and they were like totally up on their mound and they're curled up little balls just like Kiva does.
That's so cute.
So
Isn't that fun? Thank you so much for showing that. I guess when the weather gets better, I could take my Zoom out to the stable too.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
so it was
wow.
like
That's
I just
great.
had that inspiration this morning to come to the zoo because
Nice.
Well, that's
we
great.
used to be members of the Kingsburg Animal Sanctuary, and I always wanted to see. There are like carnivores rescued from like really bad off, zoos, or people that were like decided to have a tiger in their backyard, type of situation.
Yeah.
And Dawn would always talk me out of going out there to see them in the snow. And so this morning I was like, there's no long drive. There's like,
Nice.
Yeah.
go see the animals in the snow.
Beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's a lovely walk.
Thank
I
you
find
for sharing
the
with us.
Cool air invigorating. So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, that's great.
But I was watching
That's
for
great.
little hearts when we first got on, and then I
Yeah, look
started
at heart spotting.
Hey,
Let's
I
have
started
a project
leaving
where we all
some for
do
people
heart
others
spotting.
to see.
morning, Viola. Hello. Hey, girl.
She has her dolly. Oh, I don't know. They're not following me to the red pandas.
Well, Jessica might laugh, but she probably knows. Those of us who clean up after animals, I did find an unusual heart.
Oh,
Like, okay, fine. The cat loves me too.
oh, the cat. I thought you meant one of the horses.
That's a very special heart.
I know. I did picture and send it to Emily.
Uh,
That's what you
There
have to
you
do
go.
when you find hearts. You send them to your friends. So
That's one of the. Oh, Mary wants to see the.
Oh, there they
Already
are.
electric fence. I need a sign like that at my house.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Thank
So
you for
guys can hear me
sharing.
okay? Was the volume better today?
Yep.
Yeah, it was fine for me.
I'm going to go ahead and end the live, guys.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Robin. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thank you, Robin.
Oh, I didn't say stop.